Hello there, this is Carlo, and welcome yet to a very special Halloween tutorial. Lights out. So we're going to be trying to recreate, or not trying, we will be recreating Diana um, from the movie Lights Out, which I thoroughly enjoyed, by the way. It's probably one of my most favourite horrors out this year so far, along with The Conjuring 2. So yeah, we're just going to give this a bash. So I've turned all the sand off. And we're now in Premiere Pro, and this is just to show an example how I cut this. So here, obviously I'm walking down the hallway, and then I've got my sound effect of me switching the light switch off because it was a bit dark. And then we cut to where Diana makes her first appearance, and then we go back to me. So obviously if you're doing a scene like this, you want to sort of edit it in Premiere Pro, and then replace the scene that you're going to have the character in with an After Effects composition, and then just add the effects from there. So let's just jump into After Effects at the moment, and I've got my scene already sort of in the frame, as you can see. Even though my light switch is being replaced at the moment because it's broken, I still used it, and as you can see, we shot this in broad daylight, which is pretty cool. It's not the greatest of camera quality ever, but still we sort of try and made it work really. I don't think it looks too bad at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut down Premiere Pro at the moment. We don't need to save it because I've already got it saved. Jump back into After Effects. Right, so we've got some assets that we're going to bring in, and I will include this asset for you guys in the description below. So if you check out this media file description below, I have Diana ready for you to play around with. Now it is a static image because unfortunately I don't really know a lot of people that look like Diana, and I don't think I'd be very good in a wig, so I've used a static image which can be animated, and I'm going to give you some pointers on how to do that. First of all, we're going to need to track this piece of footage, and we're going to use Mocha Pro for that. So I want to right click and I'm going to create a new null object. I'm going to rename that null object Mocha Diana track. You can name it whatever you want to name it, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to click on my footage. I'm going to rename that footage because I haven't named that yet, and then with my footage selected I'm going to come to animation and track in Mocha AE. I want to wait for Mocha AE to load up. We'll keep everything the same, it's absolutely fine. Just overwrite that, and it should import the file, or the section of the file that's in your timeline in After Effects. So we're going to get our spline tool, and I'm just going to simply mask around the door, like so, maybe over to here as well, down, and then I'm going to press the left mouse button just to let go, and then I'm simply going to track forward. So I'm going to track this forward. It's 530 odd frames, 540 frames, so this might take a little while. So what I'll do, guys, is I will quickly pause the video and come back to you guys once this track is completed. Right, so our tracking is complete. So we're going to click on Export Data. Make sure we're selected After Effects Transform Data. We're going to copy to clipboard. Come over to After Effects, click on the Mocha track, and then Control V to paste that tracking data onto our null object. Right, so we've got that bit done. Now we're going to bring Diana in, which is a standard picture that I knocked up for you guys. As you can see, I did some glow there and just made it look pretty cool. But we're going to be able to animate this using a puppet tool, and I'll just show you that a little later on in the tutorial. So first of all, we're going to do a garbage mat around her. It doesn't matter if it's not that neat because it's all going to be dark anyway, so it's just a rough garbage mat around her. I was going to PNG this file for you guys, but I think this is better this way, so we just do a rough garbage mat around her like this. Like I say, we're going to darken everything up in a sec, so it doesn't really matter. And then we're going to press F on the keyboard and just feather out ever so slightly, like so. Click this button here if you want to take the mask out, and then we're just going to basically put her into position, so about there, and then switch our mask back on, and then we can sort of play around with the bits and bobs there, maybe feather her out just a bit more. And you're probably saying, well, Carlo, that doesn't look very bloody real. It will look good once we add the darkness to the footage. Now, I did my darkening, shall I say, in Premiere Pro. In post, I just added this. Then what I did was I got Diana and just simply parented her to the null object, so she basically just stays around that sort of area. But once we darken it up, like I said to you guys, without confusing you too much, I did my darkening in post in Premiere Pro, but this is After Effects, so we can do it in After Effects as well. So we're going to right click, go to Effects, when it comes to Color Correction, we're going to come to Curves, and I'm going to leave it set all the way it is, come to the middle and just bring the footage down like so. So we've got her sort of there, like so. You can make it as dark as you want. The darker the better, really. Like I said, I usually like doing my darkening in Premiere Pro. We're going to change her. We're going to make her a 3D layer. We're just going to bring her in over like that, so we can see her shape. Let's just play around with our footage, which has gone, or our colour correction, shall I say, which has gone a bit shitty. That don't look too bad, just gives it that nice sort of cinematic look, some nice glow. And you can fix all these bits and pieces. If you go back to process from the keyboard, you can just feather her out slightly more. And what we're going to do is with Diana, we are just going to add motion blur to her and make sure our motion blur is switched on, just to give her the look that she is demonic. Now, once this is in your scene, you will be able to colour correct this whole scene accordingly to fit your scene, basically. So what we're going to do first is we're going to just select our footage, and I'm just going to turn my FX off for now, so it's there. And then I'm going to get my footage and then Control D that, so I've got a second piece of footage. And then I'm going to get my I'm going to turn Diana off for a second. I'm just going to get my garbage map, and I'm just going to cut round this place here, like so. Let's switch Diana back on again, and then we're going to drop Diana in between the two pieces of footage, so she's literally behind the door, like so, about there. And then what we can do with our second piece of footage is we just basically attach it to our null object. Our footage, and attach it to our null object, so that's just basically stays in place. And then when we turn our effects curves back on, we're just going to bring this sort of over. And then what we're going to do is make that a 3D layer. We're going to open this up, and then we're just going to go to mask and then click invert, like so. And then we're going to change that mask to subtract, unclick invert, and just bring Diana, just sort of bring this whole scene sort of over like this. And then we're just going to basically bring our mask over this bit here. Sorry about that interruption. My missus has just gone out and she's just basically giving me a kiss goodbye, so I'm very lucky. So when we cut that on, we basically got Diana sort of hiding, like sort of peering, should we say, behind this, and then we can sort of put her as far away as we want. I'm going to come back into my top layer, this layer here. We're going to leave it alone. This layer now, we're going to go to effects. We're going to go to color correction, and we're going to, color correction, wherever you are. Where are you? So we're going to go to curves. What am I talking about? Where are my curves? I've got so many bloody plugins, it's frightening. And I'm just going to bring this down slightly as well. So the background has a little bit of light, but not too much. But what we're going to do is we're going to put her in a bit because obviously she doesn't like the light. So let's scroll down and just put her around these. So she's there, and maybe just bring her down because she looks really goddamn tall, like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to, with our dino, click selected, effects, and we're going to go to, if I can find it guys, generate, we're going to do a glow, if I can find it. Stylize it's under, isn't it? Carlo, you're such a wally brain. Stylize, we can use hit film, you can use, there is one that is free, which is here, glow. And all we're going to do is just bring the threshold up on Dino just a bit. And what that's doing now is it's making her eyes light up. So let's just change that to a white. Bring this over to about 98. Glow intensity, bring it up. And what that's doing is just making her eyes glow up like it does in the movie. So now if we preview that, it's not too bad. We've got to fix this bit of light in here, and then fix this bit here because the mask is sort of coming out of the scene. So let's just bring that over and maybe keyframe that sort of out. So if we just put that here like that and then go back, that's where it goes wrong. So that frame there, appear on the keyboard, correct position, go to the end of the footage and then just grab this and then just bring it out of frame. We've got her revealing herself. That sounded wrong, didn't it? Right, so let's just bring this over a bit more just to match the speed of it. That's too slow, so let's just bring it over a bit more, so, and she's sort of revealing herself there, which is pretty goddamn cool. So let's just switch these bits off. Let's just round preview that. I think it's based on just tweaking the effect, and when you had your shall I say, your gradients or your color grade in Premiere Pro, it will all sort of come together quite nicely. Now obviously this was filmed handheld, so if you're on a tripod moving straight, or you've got a steady cam, so on and so on, obviously you're going to get a better look, but yeah, it's not looking too bad. Now let's bring the footage down to slightly darker. Oh, that's not out of the scene yet. Let's just check that, because here we need to make this all the way out. Right, it's still popping up a bit right there. Let's bring this out sooner. Let's highlight these two keyframes and just bring it over. So doing effects like this is always sort of time consuming, but it's sort of worth it in the end. Now if you want to animate her, right, and just get some little movements, what you can do is you can select her in general, and you've got something up here called the puppet tool. Click that, click it in her neck, just there like so, and then if you open up the effects and puppet, mesh and deform, you've got your puppet pin right here. Right, so what you can do is you can create a position anywhere in the frame. So say for instance you will start it here, you can click that position, and let's just move her down a bit, and that will automatically select a keyframe for you guys. We can sort of move her that way, and just keyframe it until your heart's content, really. You can get the rotation tool. Maybe turn her that way. And it just adds a really nice feel to the whole scene. So once you drop your score on top, you colour grade it, so on and so on, you should be good to go. So I've just dropped her down a bit like that, so it looks like she's going down. So she's kneeling down. What you can do is bring it over a bit and then go even further down. And you can even just sort of bring her out the scene. And then because she's all in black, the animation possibilities are endless because you can't see no limbs or anything, which is really, really cool. So let's just run preview that. She's there. Bit of a slow winded ram preview that. She bends down there and she's like that, and then you can just cut back to any scene you want. So it is literally all about tweaking, guys, playing around with the settings. Let's just go to the glow and let's do some bits with the glow in the eyes. So let's select Diana and you can put it on top, the glow. You can go to screen, and you can just basically do whatever you want with it, really. Whatever your mind, that will just totally make her glow like the Ready Brick Man. So that is it, guys. That is how you create a nice little Diana effect in After Effects using After Effects and Maker Pro. So what you would do is, when you get this, cut it to where you want it to start. Obviously, if you saw it in my sketch, 1 minute it was light, the next minute it was dark. As you see in the film, Shelly comes out in the darkness, but you can see how nice that animation is, moving like that. Yeah, pretty goddamn cool. So, like I just said, this character, Diana, is only still image, but it just goes to show what you can do with a bit of originality to sort of freak someone out, really. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, a like rating would definitely 100% be appreciated. And like I say, guys, I will drop this project file in the description below. Can I just take this chance to, or take this time to wish everyone a fantastic Halloween? Yeah, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next tutorial. Ciao, ciao.